Hi, I'm Philip Mann, the Technical Director at Kappler, and today I want to talk about shelf life of products. For Kappler, go back in history to the late 1980s when we first began to use food packaging films as chemical barriers for some of our protective garments. And we really had no idea how these films would behave over extended periods of time regarding both their chemical and physical properties. But we've learned a lot through the years, and because those products have existed for those long periods of time, we've had the luxury of being able to take old samples of fabric and seams and other components and be able to test them and really know that for the most part they don't change over time. They have very good retention of their properties. Now, as we've begun to develop new products, both with the Frontline product in 2010 and then more recently the Durachem products, Lantex and Provent Plus, we're in the position again of not being able to establish shelf lives early on in the development process because we really don't know how these products will age. Now, generally, and we say this, there is not an industry standard for determining the shelf life of a chemical protective garment. So we end up having to look at other standards and other methods to provide us some guidance. Now, ASTM has a test method that is for packaging for medical devices. Now, that packaging is also film-based, so that gives us we can use it as guidance. Also, the Department of Defense has standards and guidance on quality control and determining shelf life of a lot of different types of products. So we do this testing. We have the capability of putting items, whole garments, components in ovens, and we can increase the temperature as we store those products, those garments, and we can accelerate the aging process. So traditionally we've been able to say for a lot of our products, Zytron, the Frontline products, that really the shelf life is undetermined because we continue to test these old things and we don't find any degradation or reduction of those performance properties over time. With the newer products, we are accelerating that aging process to be able to provide guidance to everyone as to how those products are going to behave long term. The issue for us is that those new products are different technology in how we laminate them together is different. Different technology relative to how some of the components are attached to the garment and how the garments are seamed. So we continue to do this accelerated aging testing, and as we know more, we can increase our shelf lifetime. So for some of the new products, you may not initially see us saying there is no shelf life or the shelf life is not determined, but as we continue to test and gain more information, we can extend those times. For example, today, our Lantex product, our Provent Plus product, the shelf life is 10 years because that's the knowledge we have to back it up now. The same thing applies for our Durachem 500. But again, like I said, as we continue to test, we will be able to extend those times, or if we find issues, we will establish finite times for the shelf life. So we continue to study, we continue to test as we support these new products. It's just another way that Kappler is committed to protecting the worker. I'm Philip Mann, Technical Director at Kappler.